here we go.
Hello, good evening, and welcome to It's Been a While Ravnica / Ogrotha. We are not sponsored, affiliated, or associated with anything that Hasbro has ever done, except their products which we use to do roleplay. I know, shocking. We rejoined the party today in the castle of Baron Sengir, who has recently awoken to his planeswalking powers with the incredible aid of a slight bargaining chip wielding Iskren, who came out of the deal, let we say, slightly more
Alive.
That's right.
That's really
familiar
Alive,
with the
that's really
intricacies of Baron Sengir. The rest of the party, in the room beside, minus Sorval, who sadly enough has gone off on a separate thing for Serra. Not much information given there, just a small note and a lack of angelic friend. The rest of you guys, in the next room, there is a change in atmosphere. There is a darkness that suddenly permeates the mists in the castle. The lights are that much dimmer. And, well, the strange squelchy noises from next door stop, so that's a relief.
They stopped moving furniture.
If I remember correctly, weren't we escorted to the library halfway through the furniture moving?
Yep.
Okay.
But there was a coin snapping, which I should have, correctly placed for you guys. Going to the library. There's more shadows. There's things darting through the hall that... You were uneasy in the halls before, especially with the looming threat of grandmother trying to, snatch a conversation with you guys, but...
Or snatch us.
There is an ambience, a living, breathing presence now that fills these halls with some sort of dark, macabre joy.
Is it just a feeling, or do we notice something?
You notice that all the paintings that you pass are grinning. You notice that skulls and other such motifs appear happier, more lifelike, more present. The rugs that you previously very much considered to be made out of cloth and normal upholstery sort of items have taken a sort of vivid human sheen. Best not to dwell on that for too much.
But for the scaredy cats among us, you don't give a shit. You're not frightened.
Yeah, this is the observation that you make, is things are looking suspicious.
I would like to dodge any rugs in the corridors. Just I don't trust them.
They're a mimic.
Mm-hmm. The bones that the skeletons that are part of the decoration going below. Do I notice something about their do I recognize the bones, like which animal it was, of which kind of species, or?
The decorative bones used here are usually based on humans, or dwarves, or goblins, or maybe an orc. Not entirely sure. There are definitely some minotaur skulls that have been creatively draped.
Even in that, we're impressive.
And moose. A great deal of moose and elks and things like that. However, the rest of your journey, apart from this odd semblance of life, goes rather unimpeded. And you do arrive at the library.
The library.
It is
Alright.
a large space. There is an ample amount of tomes, and you see some sources of light in the vicinity of those tomes. There is a large globe on a table in front of you, some open books. There's some, like, seating spaces, paintings on the wall.
Do we see someone who brought us here? It was
It was
the
just a servant, and they brought you to the library and left again.
and is there someone nearby that looks to be in charge, or
There's a number of. You're not entirely sure, but like these hooded figures. You can't really see a face or hands, and they go around, and one of them notices that you've entered and
so they
duly
look Orthodox?
approaches you. Somewhat.
Oh, there's one approaching me, correct?
Mhm.
What time is it? Is it evening? Is it not? I lost track of time over the intervening weeks.
As you probably should. It's rather early.
Okay.
You would place it at 11 in the morning? Something like that? Because you guys woke up and then had your second audience with Sengir, though you woke up
So
from a deep and unnatural slumber, so you're not entirely aware of how time has passed. Daylight is rare in the barony, for no very apparent vampiric reason.
good day
But
it is.
your internal clock says 11, you're not quite hungry enough for lunch.
Second breakfast it is. Good day, person. Could you help us in finding our way in this library?
Consider that a yes. So, little thingy, is there a section about elder dragons or the elder dragon war?
What services do you require?
Is it going to be a long day?
Direction.
Elder
We
dragon.
have a number of tomes on the subject of dragons.
Well, please
Point
lead
me where?
my companion to that section.
I will guide you there. And it
Is there
starts drifting away.
I will follow it.
Yeah, let's follow.
And it goes into a small nook. Floats up.
I climb up. Can I climb up?
Of course, roll me an athletics, I guess, because you're a strength character. There you go. Nimble like the natural lizard-like creature that you are, you, without actually dislodging any of the books, just skitter your way up, kind of gecko style.
I'll just walk up.
So Taurio, you are standing alone at the bottom of a bookshelf. The rest has basically gone up 3 meters higher to a platform.
Wait, didn't I have remarkable athlete?
Yes, you do. You can
But
jump
yeah,
and jump.
no, I just wait downstairs. I don't see any reading tables over there, so they have to come down eventually.
I'm just
I'm,
looking around.
I'm still
Are
waking
there
up. But
are there many of those flying bat cloth thingies?
You can see a number of these. Well, roll me an Arcana check.
Moment.
Ghosts. Definitely ghosts. Must
Okay.
be ghosts. Orzhov also use ghosts for things. And yes, these must be something Iskrin has gotten from Sengir.
Okay.
while
Right.
they're floating upwards, I look around and I see there's one behind me, so I just flag him down.
I'm going to do the Xantarot bit first.
Yeah, go ahead.
And I will start
Xantarot,
looking.
there is an annoying amount of words in front of you. Some on the side of books, some on the front of books, some on the inside of books. Um, it's more words than you are used to seeing in one place. It's more words than you think your vocabulary actually can handle. But there is very definite trace amounts of dragon that you can find within the books. There's a number of books that delve deep into the types of dragons that exist. There is a book about a being called Tiamat, whatever that might mean.
Not
There
important.
are a couple on like Bahamut and the orders of blah blah blah. Very much, it looks. If you flip through it, some of the images remind you of what Sorval thinks he looks like.
Not
But
important.
eventually, you do find a book on the Elder Dragons.
That is
And
interesting.
that book is hefty and rather old, but it has a beautiful leather binding, so at least it does that well. Always use animals for your books.
Animals are always good.
What you find in the tome is a number of highly confusing references to places that you don't know exist, could exist, have existed.
I will.
There is talk of cataclysms, of destruction, of a thing called the multiverse. There is the blind eternities, a space within which the dragons wage their grand wars, chasing each other from plane to plane, which you have some familiarity with. This is something you notice. Like, you have also gone from the plane of Ravnica to the plane of Ulgrothas, so there is some semblance of connection. But in order to deduce anything further, I'm going to have to ask you to do an intelligence check for me.
Oh crap!
Um,
Wrong
Boom,
part.
boom, boom, boom.
Investigation or straight up intelligence. It's the same, but
I'll
oh,
go raw intelligence because you're just gonna go and see what you can grasp out of it.
actually
you
rolled
find-
really well, but
Yeah.
-1.
It's still better than 10. It's worse than 15, which would have been a good number to hit, but you're in the middle, smack bang in the middle. You do notice that this book does go on about Viaficus Asmadi, about Nicol Bolas, about various specific elder dragons that were generals in a large war. Arcades Sabos is also a name you recognize. Vilta was talking about him for a while.
He did.
And apparently these were like some of the great generals of the Draconic hordes that fought the Elder Dragon War. And slew a massive leviathan in space, and there is a lot of things that seem very far-fetched and outlandish to you in the book. But it gives you a vague pointer. Apparently someone shattered the spirit that Victus Asmadi had, as in his actual spiritual force, and these fragments were then hidden away. There is not much you can further get from it, apparently. This had something to do with the Nicol Bolas character, who was very good at subterfuge and got the upper hand that way.
Okay. Is there any reference on how many fragments?
Not that you can immediately find, no. There is some very strange prosaistic babble which just gets on your nerves.
Is there anything about a location? I mean, I
Nope.
know of Ravnica and Ulgrotha. Is there anything
Oh.
that
There's a number of planes that they do mention. There is Dominaria is mentioned, Lorwyn is mentioned, Kamigawa is mentioned, Ravnica is mentioned, Ulgrotha, of course, is mentioned. But those are names that you've heard before. You wouldn't be able to say if the other places that are mentioned are continents or countries, or it's very hard. It's a word with a capital.
Okay. So what I have is fragmented spirit shards, and they are hidden.
Sorry.
That's okay.
We kind of have to forgive you.
So I have fragmented spirit shards. I don't know how much, and I don't know where.
Indeed.
Okay.
You know that in order to get Victus back to where he wants to be, you'll probably have to discover more about that.
And
Now
I
let's
will.
turn our attention to the Minotaur.
Yes, I will take the rest of my time and look for other books until it gets on my nerve, and then I will start to sulk in the corner.
Tauriel, you have flagged down a spirit.
Yeah, so when it comes near, I ask, could you help me with finding some books?
Yes.
I'm
In
looking.
one grand sweeping gesture, the spirit takes in most of the library.
Yeah, this is Dario. Whoosh. So I'm looking for books on the subject of large scale warfare, and maybe an encyclopedia about the different planes, but mostly warfare, group
I
tactics and
will
stuff.
direct you to the Sands of Time part of the library. The planes. Not many books on them,
I
but
just I just
large-scale warfare is always interesting. People enjoy writing about large-scale warfare.
especially the tactics part, if you please.
Follow me. And the spirit flies to the far end.
Does he fly up?
Yep.
God damn it! What does my remarkable athlete do? Um, I can add to strength, dexterity, constitution check. Ah, wait, you can make a running long jump. Number of feet equal to your strength modifier. Dus ik kan... Ik kan...
Verspringen.
ja. De strength modifier, dat is degene dat je met een saving throw tabel staat, of?
Dat is
Dat is
gewoon
dan-
niet met je strength staan.
Bij mijn strength is 5, dus dat zou maar 5 feet zijn. Dat is niet zo ver, hè?
Meter en een half.
Dat is niet zo ver, hè? 1,5 meter bedoel gestapt een meter.
More. Een meter en een half more.
Ah, oké.
Hoeveel,
So
hoeveel
I jump... Let's just assume I jump up, okay?
how many feet was it?
5.
5. That's about...
It's 1 meter en een half.
Ja, ongeveer.
So that's what I extra jump. So I assume I can jump the distance.
Yeah. Let's just go for that.
I can go the distance.
I'm proud of you. What you do see is that there is a large font on top of the bookcase through which sand is running. It appears to have somewhat of a trapezoid shape. There is a large wheel on the side that can be turned in order to get the sand, if it would all pool in the bottom, to be at the top again, so it can run through again. You've read about such contraptions. An hourglass, I think they called it. It's very outdated technology. Hardly
they
anyone
don't-
uses it anymore.
They do not have the is it here check.
But it is a section on warfare tactics, leadership, and in general interesting stuff about combat. There are a number of almanacs with weapons. A random one out, it reads like Lord Aaron's review of 57 different weapons to slash, stab, and kill people with, rated on efficiency.
I've got a long axe. I don't care about that part. I care about the tactics part too. It's something that might be useful in the near future.
There's a number of volumes on tactics, small scale battle, large scale battle, ambush. Anything that strikes your fancy is
not
available.
ambush. Who does ambush? That no.
Enemies.
Yeah, they try. No, I try to focus on well, small scale and large scale tactics. So it's simply the tactics part.
Okay.
Even if it does include ambush.
Alrighty. You find 3-4 interesting books.
Do
One of them is
I-
penned by Baron Senger himself.
I'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
And then I will switch our focus to Vulta. Hi there, Vulta.
Hi, I am looking around and I notice this guy.
Mhm.
So I walk over to him like this. I pass centered. I say hi, and I address him. I will address him with hi, excuse me. Do you have any books about the Violent Queen?
The Violent Queen.
I meant Violet, sorry. Violet Queen.
The Violet Queen.
And I pick a book out of my bag, and I say, like this one, and I show him the book I found in the other library.
Magical.
This is a magical book?
Yes.
And what does it do? What kind of magic does it have?
You're asking rather a lot of the spirits.
Well, he is a spirit in a library, so he should know about books.
Nope.
Damn!
Magic book.
Okay.
We don't have magic book.
Do you have...
Give? And it rolls
No.
out 2 sleeves. There is no actual hands protruding from them. Just
Sleeves. Do you want to? I'm not going to deposit it in your library. You can look at it, and I hand it over.
takes the book, puts it away.
I follow him. Get the book back.
It seems unwilling to let the book go. It
Uh,
must be catalogued.
No, it isn't. This isn't a book of your library. It's mine. So give it back.
But it is in the library.
Yes, but does it have a stamp of the library on it?
Why would you stamp books? That is crude.
Why?
It lowers their value.
No, it doesn't. It adds.
It floats further. And then it places the book on the shelf.
I follow it to see where he puts it. In what
Marked
category?
cookie. There's a number of strange books on this shelf. It's only small shelf. It's like a meter of books approximately. That means there's about some 20 odd tomes there. They all seem rather vague and nondescript. One of them is bound up with chains.
Why is this book? Can I address him again? Why is this book bound up with chains?
It tried to bite us.
Harry
So
Potter, anyone?
My kind of book. So, what's the subject?
Mimics.
Are you sure this is a book and not a mimic?
No.
Then why have you cataloged it between the books?
Because it looks like a book. It tastes like a book. It smells like a book. It just also tries to bite us.
Like a
Just
book.
not unchain it.
Okay.
How to catalog books?
One.
Mm,
Okay.
The other books, just a quick glance at them. There is one about death, reincarnation, and disintegration.
Mhm.
There is one that appears to be about deities of goblin kind. One that just says Book of Nod. Don't know why. And, well, there's your book about the Violet Queen.
Mhm. Okay. I will have the book about the Violet Queen, please.
Yes. And he takes out the book and he gives it to you.
Okay.
I am glad to be of service.
No problem. Thank you for your service. And I will scurry downstairs, and start reading it here in the sofa.
Okay.
go
So-
to the library to read your own book.
What you read is that there apparently was this entity, a Fey Queen, known as the Violet Queen, who brings forth change in the world. Apparently, this is a necessary thing, and it takes the shape of an aurora, a great skylight that flies over the world and changes things from day to night or from night to day, depending on when it happens. There are certain places in the world which are warded against this. Specifically, the Fey domains appear to be invulnerable to the effect. Then again, that is because the Queen probably doesn't want her own domain to be touched too much.
Is there also mentioned why she does this?
It has something to do with a complex cycle of growth and destruction.
And are these changes for the better? Is that mentioned?
It is mentioned that unchecked growth is bad and unchecked destruction is bad, and the shifting, the passing of the Great Aurora stops one or the other from getting the upper hand. It has a
Okay.
certain effect on the psyche of the people that live on that world, and it changes meek little creatures into pack-related predators, while it also changes like noble elves into slightly more twisted, cruel, and sadistic beings.
So it changes their nature.
Yeah. Or it brings out certain aspects of their nature. It gets a little philosophical after a while.
Yeah, and I'm not that kind of a philosophical lizard, so does I did remember from the previous library we were in that this book could grant wishes. Is this mentioned in the book?
It is not mentioned in the book, no.
Okay. I will simply put this book back in my bag.
Mhm.
And is there another one?
That has taken a bit of time. So let's check in with Iskren.
Yeah.
Hi there, Iskren.
Hi.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Thank you for your patience.
No problem at all.
So Sengir is rejoicing in his newfound power, clearly basking in the glow, unglow, whatever you do with darkness and feeling happy. He has returned to you your coin,
Yes.
restored to its original shape.
Mhm.
There is... Well, clearly he took part of his essence out. But at the same time, you do feel that you don't necessarily need to carry an item with his essence around anymore.
All right.
It's just a useful focus for spells now. So, that was enjoyable. I'm afraid I'm going to leave you for a while. But do take your run of the castle as you see fit. I should be back tomorrow. There are a small number of things I need to take care of.
Very
Rest
well.
assured, the product of our efforts will manifest here and will be taken care of by my most trusted.
I try to interpret its words, like will
I
manifest
get
here.
trouble with the word trusted.
No, more like manifest here, or like instinctively putting a hand to my tummy, like manifest.
Your heir, my heir.
Yeah.
I think it would be unwise to go quite far afield with him.
I see.
Therefore, and he motions at the magical circle that was drawn on the ground. Precautions. Whatever might happen, the child will be safe.
Very well.
And he just vanishes.
Okay. I will. So, well, I guess I'll have a drink. I don't smoke. I also don't drink, actually. Some water with a bit of lemon would be enough.
Like they go the full mile.
Yeah.
Half a lemon.
Half a lemon.
Just
A mild white wine. I'm feeling rebellious today. And I will go look for the others to inform them
As-
about the success of our mission.
As you merrily wander through the corridors, you are pointed the way to the library by some helpful servants. And as you enter the library, you see everyone really nose deep into books. Well, Xantarot is really nose deep, literally, in the books. But
Looking slightly, but a frown.
What is going on here? What is happening here?
Yeah, you often see Tyler going like, "This can't be right."
Xantarot, why are you reading?
Well, remember what I told you about Vivectus Asmadi and the Elder Dragon War and stuff?
Yes.
I am looking for information, but usually my information is grabbing someone by the ankles and threatening them. I cannot do that with books, and I'm not a reading person.
Right,
Hey, you got quite a lot of information out of the book already.
I did, but my ears are bleeding now because I have to think so hard.
Yeah, you should not do that. Xantarot.
Yeah.
2 psychic damage. You've been reading.
You should let someone else do the thinking.
Well, you were busy and the rest was busy, so I thought
see.
I will do some book work of my own.
Actually,
I found
question.
something, but
a question.
Yes.
Iskrim,
Yes.
what are you wearing now?
My armor.
Did you put it on?
Am I not? I don't know. Can I put my armor back on, or what's going on?
Well, just curious.
Do I notice this?
I'm wearing my armor and my mask and everything. It's just nothing has changed.
Okay.
Good to know.
So
Missed something, I think.
yes, I'm sorry, Xantarot, that I have neglected you and I left you to your thoughts. It won't happen again.
It's okay. You don't always have to follow me around when something smart has to happen. I need to learn this shit. But now that you're here, though, can you help me?
I can. And remember, Xantarot, ignorance is a blessing.
I'm
Alright.
starting to understand that, yeah.
Then, my dear Iskrin, would you care to make an Arcana check for me?
Arcana check! Is this something I was prepared for, or is sudden Arcana check? Like, can I guide myself?
You can guide yourself. You are being given a book by Xantarot.
Okay, very well. So I'll guide myself.
The shock might momentarily cloud your senses, but I still think...
Well, then again, I don't think that will help, so that's fine.
Like, quite to your shock.
Iskren talks the talk, but he doesn't really walk the walk.
Xantarot, like, jumps off of the balcony and lands in front of you, like, all... I think there is quite a decent mass to Xantarot. Are we talking, like, 150 kilos or something?
Like something, yeah.
Oh,
Skill and the skill and fur.
And then he, like, passes you this book.
Yeah,
And
that knowledge is overwhelming, Xantarot. You should have started with something easier, with more drawings.
Well, I figured something out about a shattered spirit and fragment pieces, and nickel bolas and some generals
Nicol
in a
Bolas?
war. Yeah. He sounded important considering he's a general, so he should be a big honcho.
Does Iskren know what Fausto knows about Nicol Bolas?
no.
Okay, very well. Now I said this name doesn't tell me anything.
Damn it,
Who
wall.
would call someone Nicol? I mean, maybe it's Nicole. Nicole.
Yeah, the thing as well, he's a sneaky piece of shit, so I don't think he's worth that much. But yeah, and then something about Dominaria and Lorwyn, but the only thing I figured out is that Phivictus Asmodi's spirit is shattered, and I need to find fragments. But that's it.
We had heard
So,
of these names before, right? It was other planes of existence.
yeah.
Well, it seems that Ugrota will not be the last one we visit.
Quite
See?
specifically, as you are mentioning Lorwyn out loud, Volta, that perks your ears up.
Yep.
Lorwyn.
Mhm.
Definitely the place that this book is describing.
Yeah. I walk over to them and I say, did you say Lorwyn?
We did.
Yeah, I have this book here that I found in the other library about a violet queen, and it describes a place called Lorwyn.
Does it mention something about a shard or a fragment or something that houses some power? Not necessarily dragon related, but just
Well,
a relic that is held there.
I haven't found it yet, but perhaps somebody who can actually read quite fast can. And I look to Iskrin.
You're not looking at me. I'm shocked.
Very well done.
Yeah,
I will
Yeah.
try to assist because I think I know
This-
in a way what I'm looking for, I guess.
This would be investigation, because you're going to be looking for something specific. You're not going to be trying to decipher arcane riddles or something.
You're looking for words.
It's actually something Volta should be okay at.
perhaps I should.
You can
And
ask people to help you.
I shall
Yeah,
assist you.
Yeah. No shit. Am I the smartest one?
Uh-huh.
Yes, you are.
Yes.
Oh man, we're doomed.
You're
Yep.
you're a rogue. Rogue usually uses investigation.
Okay. All right. I will. And can you just phonetically spell that word?
Doomed.
What?
Doomed.
No. The guy we're looking, or the thing that we're looking.
Um,
The
I will-
violet
yeah.
queen?
I will just write it down in Draconic,
Mm-hmm.
and
Okay.
and then just maybe look for a shard or something.
All right. Short and okay. And
I will assist you.
okay. Let's
Short
hope.
with a D.
Okay,
not a
roll with
D.
advantage. Iskren, do you want to guide it?
Sure. 1d4.
Oké, wacht hè.
No.
Ik kan nog eens scrollen, want dat was met advantage, dacht ik.
Ik heb plus 10 op.
En dan nog eens een D4.
Rogues, man.
Rogues. Oh, 25.
This is the anti-Phil. That's like the Antichrist, but like less apocalyptic.
I think Volta is a mimic.
So,
I'm getting smarter when I am in the library.
much in the book. But
Hmm.
as you are plowing through the book, thinking about draconic shards and things that are distinctly hard to find, hard to read, hard to pronounce, even, some small draconic being leaps to the fore of your mind that has a very clear connection to Lorwyn.
Hard to pronounce.
Yes.
Alright.
In the book itself, it doesn't really go in depth on elder dragons. There is a mention of a bright star that fell from the skies onto the haven of the Kithkin one night, and then it would be revered as some sort of a god for a while before vanishing off.
Okay. So, if I'm thinking about hard to pronounce, I also think about that portal
Yep.
we encountered where he was guarding.
Mhm.
If I'm not that's the place where I contact my shaman. But what was the thing's name? Like hard to pronounce was his name, I believe.
Oh, hard to pronounce, right? Yeah, I
Yeah,
couldn't remember.
yeah,
Hearty.
Harty. Um, I know a lizard who can help us. Or
Instead of I know a guy, I know a lizard.
yeah, perhaps we should, when we return to Ravnica, we should ask hard to pronounce if he knows something.
Okay.
We can.
Yeah.
So I am going to ask for Sorval to join the chat, if possible. You'll probably have a little delay with Twitch and all that jazz.
All that jazz.
All that jazz.
And let's see what our favorite angelic warrior has been up to. Now, this is the point where he's obviously in the bathroom, and
Taking a dump. Here he is, taking a dump. Yeah! Oh, not the bedroom.
yo,
Hey,
it's
hi.
not a dump.
You can still
Yeah.
take it up. It doesn't have to be in the bathroom, you know.
Okay, so
Let's
Sort of
move
all.
on to the game.
welcome.
Yes.
You have been in your room. You fell asleep. You dreamt a delightful dream, or was it reality? You're not entirely sure. You met a certain person who bestowed blessings upon you
Yes.
and clarified some of the mysteries of life.
Yes.
Oh, waking up in your room following morning, there is a presence, an angelic presence, a presence that is still very familiar to you. Clad in her golden armor, the motif of the lotus flower on her arm, there stands Sera in the flesh.
Okay. I get up, bow, milady.
There is something I forgot to tell you, child.
Oh,
Something you should see.
of course.
Garb yourself for battle.
Okay. I will just grab for my armor. Just grab it. Down.
Iron Man!
Iron Man.
I'm ready, milady.
Go to the library. There is a portal there. It has
Oh.
been camouflaged as some sort of globe-like object. It's a circle with several other circles around it.
Oh, of course. This portal. Where does it lead to?
It will lead you to a place that will show you something highly important to, well, the mission that you've set yourself on.
Of course. Except for battle, is there anything else I have to be careful of that you know of?
Don't die. Dying would be bad. There will be a portal to go back.
Okay.
This portal will not be open forever.
So
It
make
takes you a while.
Hmm.
But if it starts taking too long, run. You are
Okay.
not yet powerful enough to open it on your own.
Okay, then I better depart at once. I take a bow and leave for the library.
Shimmers out of the castle.
Hmm.
Going to the library, there's thick fogs here still. There's odd noises, but nothing really additionally out of the ordinary beyond what you would normally expect.
Okay.
Burst into the library doors, and you do spot this globe-like thing.
Hmm.
And there is indeed, as you approach it, faintly glowing runes on it.
Okay. I will take a second to just look around and then go straight into it.
Alrighty. I don't know if everyone will be able to see what comes next, though, so...
I've got vision.
Got vision, but strange. I see just Sorval.
See everything.
I see
Yeah,
some more.
I also have full vision.
Okay.
So do you have everything?
Yeah.
Good. So
I-
if you can't see anything, you can just check the stream if you want to.
Mm.
You wind up on a strange place. There is black stone which is cracked by heat. There is pulsing lava somewhere slightly further down. The edges of whatever stone island you are on are searing hot. They glow where they touch the lava. There are piles of bones near to the place where you stand, and far in the distance you can see a horde of horrible creatures. One massive bulbous eye on their forehead, lizard-like in rest of their appearance, hunched over, maws wide and full with teeth.
Okay. Do I recognize these beings?
You have seen such creatures in your visions of the Shade Merc.
Okay. If I look around, do I recognize this as a shade mark, or is it?
No, it doesn't. For one thing, it doesn't appear to have a sky.
But what is there then instead of sky?
There is just an enormous void. If you look at it, your eyes start straining, start tearing up, because your mind cannot process the sheer amount of empty. There is just, it is almost as though reality stops at a certain point.
I'll just look ahead to those strange beings, and I look around for the exit portal. If I see it.
Oops.
On the far end of the islands, you see a golden portal through which some of the creatures are trying to move.
Okay.
This might be a portal that leads to the Shade Merc, or it might lead somewhere entirely else, but interposed between you, the creatures, and the portal is a tiefling. A demonic being, horned.
Okay.
You have fought one of these before. It's winged. It's staring
winged.
right at you.
I look at him, just nod my head. I'm like, I've met one like you before. Can you tell me where I am?
Do you speak Infernal?
Uh,
Well, do you understand
nope,
Infernal?
nope. But I'll actually be telling this in Celestial.
It mutters in a guttural tongue that counterpoints your celestial sing-song style of speaking.
I'll take that as a no. And
And it
I'll
appears to be taking a slightly more aggressive pose towards you.
Hmm.
well, if we're going to do this,
Third order.
no, it's just like, well, I did get a blessing of Sarah, so yeah, I'll bang out the wings just so I don't
Hang
get
out the wings.
yes,
Bang, bang, out of the room.
so I don't fall into the lava.
Mhm.
And
Two angelic wings sprout from your back. It is a glorious sight to behold. You feel like you have sufficient control over them now.
give myself a symbol. Okay.
Let's say you might wing it.
Oh.
Cambion also two massive bat-like wings, like red rather than black, but
Yes.
very much in the same style. Open from its back and lifts up from the ground and flies toward you.
Okay.
And it lays into you with its spear. It stabs you once, and that's a miss. And it stabs you another time.
That hits.
23 hits. Okay. So that is 9 damage.
Okay.
Show him how it's done.
I'll
Like him.
if it's doing anything else or
That was its turn.
okay, so sorry, just I'll try to fly away because I do see the circle on the ground here, right?
Mhm.
So I'll try to fly over to here to just make sure nothing gets damaged. And then I'll try to you know what, let's be fancy.
I'll try to be fancy.
Yeah, no, it's
Fireball.
nope.
Da-da-da-da-da.
There are other things I can do.
Or are there?
Yes, there are other things I can do.
Hit him with a stick.
Problem is all
Rhythm
of those
stick.
things
Hit them
are
with your rhythm stick.
Exactly.
Tuning fork sounds.
3 speeds.
Okay.
Vroom, 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 vroom.
I'll do this.
Wrathful smite.
Oh, nice.
Nice, nice, nice.
Yes.
It's the goody goody
Uh,
two shoes fireball.
Yeah, and I'll attack with Frostbrand.
Oh,
Oof,
That's a definite hit.
there you go.
let's
Okay.
So
Uh,
that's
yeah.
1d6 extra psychic damage.
And 9 extra radiant because he bent his wings out.
Nope, that's
Oh, that's another pair of wings.
it's another pair of wings.
Oh,
So
sadness.
that's 3 wisdom save or be frightened.
Ooh.
18, so that's a frightened.
Yes. Then I'll attack again.
Why?
What else going on in my rolls
That's
today?
going well.
Okay.
And fine. Oh no, I can't use War Priest because I already used my
Yeah, you use the bonus action for
Yeah,
Wrathful
bonus
Smite.
action, Fretful Smite. Okay, then
I
I'll just say uh, get out of my sight.
That ends your turn.
That it's my turn, yes.
Okay, so the Cambion will move away from you, bamf out its, flap its wings, and try and get away. You get an attack of opportunity if you want to.
Yes, why not? Uh,
That's a miss. Good, because that would stop it from being frightened.
yes.
And it shrieks at you, I will find you in the Shade Murk, and then my allies will beat you!
Okay, I'll just say I will find you, and I'll defeat you and your allies, and those stupid things up there as well. They'll point
And
at the
you see that the first group of the creatures has managed to reach the circle.
yes.
The second group is starting to leap over,
Hmm.
gathering at the edges of the pooled up magma,
Okay.
clearly intent on transporting themselves to what you can only presume is the Shade Murk.
Hmm. It's a bit far, but
I know how to destroy magic circles.
yeah,
Hit it.
I do too. Well, if it's my turn, I'll just fly over to here. Where did I say? Yes. Here, right? Yes. And anyway, DM, do I
Yes.
see the return portal here or
This is the portal you came through,
yes?
and
This
that
the
is
portal they are going through.
the portal they are going through, yes.
Okay, but right, the return portal is not open yet, probably.
There is, like, the portal here is active.
Oh, it's active. Okay, so I'll I'm going to try to destroy this portal,
Mm-hmm.
but I'll start by throwing some sacred flame on that one.
Okay.
Where's my sacred flame? Here it is.
Okay, considering that it's a circle on the ground, it doesn't
No,
really have.
no. This was going to attack this monster here
Oh,
actually.
the monster.
Yeah, just to see how strong it is.
It fails a dex save. That for a second. So it takes 10 damage.
Yes.
It obviously doesn't like that.
Yes.
So it's going to attack you.
Okay. Let's go right ahead. I
1,
want to see how
2,
strong
3,
it is.
4. 1,
So
2, 3, 4.
yeah, I was expecting that.
4. 6. The others have better things to do. The first one will not get advantages.
Okay.
Go and allow myself a toggle here because that will speed shit up.
True.
So we get claw bite.
Nope.
Then we get the advantage things, which are 1, 2, 3 of them.
One hit. Wait. Oh. So 1, 2, and 1 natural 20. Okay.
And then 1 normal one for the last guy. That misses.
Okay. So let's see how much damage that is. That's 5, 12, plus 12, 24, if I'm not mistaken.
It might very well be.
Okay. Might not have been just such a good idea.
Okay, so Cambion goes. It will try and. Okay, it ends the frightened.
Okay.
It appears to be heartened by its allies striking at you.
Okay. Well, I'll be like, this might be a problem. I'll disengage and fly 50 feet straight up.
Okay.
Then that's my turn, I suppose. Wait, can I still have bonus action, right?
Mm-hmm.
So fine. I'll take out a small piece of holy text, Shield of Fate on myself. That increases my AC with 2, so 23. And I'll prepare to fly back to the portal here. That's the end of my turn. Because disengage was action, then I flew up 50 feet and bonus action. Okay. And that was indeed the term I was looking for.
Alrighty, so the renders stand below you and they appear to be moderately frustrated that you are so high up in the air. They appear to be readying for something though.
Okay.
Cambion approaches. And it casts Command. It points at you and says, approach.
Okay.
So I would like for you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
That you manage to resist the diabolic influence.
I'll just think about how Sarah would not like me to do that. Okay.
I'll just go like, nope, 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 bad idea, nope, nope.
Bad idea. Bad idea. Not doing that. Not with these things on the
And then
road.
it's your go.
Is he flying about the same height as me, or
It actually landed next to the renders.
so that means it's what 60 feet from me? 50, 60 feet?
50 feet. You flew straight up, so
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I don't have command. I do have something else.
you do have like
Spiritual weapon.
the words of some Aes Sedai in your ear, like the way back comes only once.
Yeah, something like that. Spiritual weapon right here. It's going to attack him as well.
Do you have a spiritual weapon, or should I give you a token?
I don't remember. Let me quickly see. I don't really see the spiritual weapon in my list. To see a warhorse, but
I
cannot.
thought you had one
Wait,
a while ago.
is it? Is it this one? Wait, give me. Because I have got something here down, but I'm not sure if it's that. I mean,
Right?
I've got this, but I don't think it's that. Nope.
That would be a very impressive.
Yes. I don't have a spiritual weapon, it seems. I know last time you gave me a sword, but I don't apparently have it as a token.
There you go.
Okay,
Where did you want to drop it?
I want to drop it here, but that's also fine. As long as it's besides that guy. So it's going to attack him.
$18. That's a miss.
Okay, very good.
Bouncing off the armor.
Yeah, and I'll just fly straight to the portal here, dashing, giving me 100 feet total.
Yeah, you can easily get through if you want to.
Yeah, I go through there.
And the portal vanishes from the view. Let's get back to the library.
At least now I know that those monsters are not that easy as I thought they would be.
There you go. You arrive at the library, where you spy some of your party members looking confused.
Or constipated.
As suddenly a winged, bloodied Sorfal emerges from a previously unremarkable piece of furniture.
Oh, you're all here. Perfect. I don't have to go and look for you guys.
Looking up from the book, like you have been fighting without me.
I was
I
sent
look
on a
up.
mission by Sarah. I mean,
I look up and I go like, "Did you read that book with the fangs?" Because
what book?
blood.
Thank you very much.
I'll just hop down onto the floor, by the way, while I'm looking at him, like, just on the floor.
Dario is sitting up on the top of the first level bookshelf with his legs dangling down, and just gives you his default "what the fuck" look.
What?
He's also having a book in his hands. You're mildly disturbed.
Oh,
Dario.
are you okay?
Never mind. Yeah, I'm fine. I was on another plane, I think. There were some monsters with one eye and such. There was also a demonic tiefling, I think. I had a little bit of fight. Wanted to destroy a portal there, but yeah. Let's say I had a very good fight, but eventually they were just too many.
I have the best fights.
Yes, I have
Yeah.
the best fights, and yeah, I wanted to
The
come
more
back
you talk, the
to,
more you hurt me.
and I wanted to come back to get you, Big C, because well, I'm pretty sure those
Wait, wait, wait,
creatures
wait,
would
wait,
be great prey for you.
wait. The mighty Sorval needs 8.
I could use the assistance a bit, yes. It were a lot. I think at least 100 enemies. I think I was able to get rid of about half of them, but yeah, they attacked me in group. Eventually, just had to go because the portal was closing.
Can I roll insight on this?
Yes, you can.
Of
Taurio
course.
already did.
Okay.
Taurio is hook, line, and sinker for this.
I suppose I have to roll deception for
Hook,
this, right?
line, and sinker. Yeah, roll your deception. Oh,
My
yes.
God! My God, Sorval! How did you manage?
Sorval the mighty.
Well, the gift of Sarah has helped me a lot. I would not have been able to do it without that. But yeah, like I said, I had to go because the portal was closing.
So.
Weapon against
Yes, it's good. Yes. Yes.
I just
At
nod. I
least
just nod.
100.
No, I just nod like impressive, very impressive.
Can see through you like water.
Let's be honest. Sorva was not trying to deceive
Your
his friend.
Jedi mind tricks do not work on me.
Oh, well, but well, I was on another plane. A lot of lava there. There was also a portal to another place. I think it might have gone to Shademark, but I wanted to destroy that portal, but there were just too many. And yeah, by the way, yes, the floor was lava.
The floor was lava. Okay.
Uh, but there was also something strange with the sky. Uh,
Was the sky lava?
no, there was no sky. There was just nothingness. Very disturbing.
Hmm.
Very disturbing.
That feels like Saturday afternoon when I'm thinking nothingness.
The
Uh,
thing is, for those that read the Dragon Book, the book of the Elder Dragon War,
Mm-hmm.
it made mention of something known as the Blind Eternities.
Hmm.
Oh,
There might be a connection there.
oh,
A sky you cannot look at. would probably be considered a blind spot.
So you are in some kind of transition plane, so to say. Maybe. Which was also the place between two portals, so it would make sense.
It's also the place between two genders.
Hmm.
But
A transition plane.
there are infinite genders.
Yes,
Written
but
down.
between
Okay.
two of them, there's a transition.
Alright.
Yes. Well, I don't know if you can reactivate this port to go and look, because I look back where I came out. Pretty sure the portal is gone.
The glowing runes are no longer activated. They are still present,
Yes.
but they do not appear to be active anymore. If anything, it reminds you of the inactive teleportation circles you've seen.
Hmm. Well, if you have a way of activating these again, we have a way to go back to that place. I look at this screen. Got any ideas?
Well, before any of us gets any ideas, I think we should maybe take some time and discuss what are we going to do next. We
True.
we arrived here. Oh, by the way, the deal with Sangir went as we wanted to. We have obtained several boons from the Baron.
Sorval, looking around
And others as
now,
well.
Yeah.
there
Well,
is
well,
a
well,
distinct
sorry.
change to the castle. And
Okay.
especially with your wings out and your senses heightened with the recent danger you were in. This place has been fed,
Okay.
where it used to be a specter, for lack of a better term. This is now a fully fleshed out stronghold. It feels like it's radiating dark energy.
I get goosebumps. Well,
Also,
yes.
while they're mingling about, I just drop the bomb on several. Oh right, the Boros Guild Master told me that maybe Sarah might be a good ally, and I continue reading.
Okay. Very good that the Boros. Okay, very good. I know how we can make Sarah a very good ally.
Hmm.
The hell with his when does Dario get to talk to that person? I'll say that under my breath.
Well,
Oh,
Sorval,
yes.
because you were absent, you don't know, but um, I have been visited by an elder dragon. Do you know what an elder dragon is?
I've got an idea. Lady Sarah did tell me something about an elder dragon.
Let's do the Sorval thing. Roll perception while you're at it.
Okay. Maybe.
Yeah, you would notice. There is a large red mark on the back of Zantarot. Almost as though something dragged a claw over his, well, the base of his neck.
I have no problem believing that you were visited by an elder dragon. I'm pretty sure it was a very strong one.
Well, that's the thing. His spirit has been shattered. And I'm trying to figure out where, one, these shards are, and two, how to bring him back. He was one of the generals in the Elder Dragon War. That's what I just figured out in this fucking big book you see while there's still blood pouring out of my nose.
But I'll be like, be healed. Just a quick healing word
Oh,
on Big C.
wait, killing word? Making it worse.
Quickly get level 1 healing word on. Just
Okay.
there's a bit.
I needed that. I didn't know yeah. Okay. So anyway, in this book, I figured out that Nicol Bolas
Hmm?
and Victus as Mahdi, the one who visited me, um, haven't been good friends. And they kind of battled it out and they shattered his spirit. So now I'm trying to bring it back
Okay.
because he can help us.
Yes. Sarah did say that he would make a great ally. Do you have got? Have you found anything yet? Any clues?
Well, that his spirit is shattered, and that's about it. I'm not the book guy.
Well,
I
then,
already figured out a lot.
Yes, you
among
already figured out a lot, and you did great.
This is where
among
we poke
the
Fulta for his knowledge.
among the many boons that the Baron will bestow us, there is also knowledge about the dragons.
Mhm. And
Yeah.
That's very good.
and perhaps we should seek out hard to pronounce.
So, seek out what?
You
Hard
know,
to
the
pronounce.
hard to pronounce. Remember, little guy guarding our
Oh,
safe place.
yes,
Yeah.
right. He might be out of our reach for now.
Yes, but perhaps we
Maybe.
should.
Mhm. Yes.
Perhaps we should go back.
Back
Hmm.
time.
Did I
Maybe.
mention with the Boros Guild master told us
Yes.
to gather extra allies
Yes.
like
We already
Sarah?
have. We already have a small force that we can call upon here, but I don't think they will be enough. I
Yeah, I
think.
give the shortened version. Like
Yeah.
they are needed, but the guild master told us to get more. So we can
Well.
we should send them over to Ravnica to help. I
Yes.
also
Yes.
gathered enough coin to recruit the Annabelle Lodge,
And
but we should
Yeah.
gather extra. And
Yes.
what the guild master told me was that Stella was a possible ally,
Yes.
but she's got another invasion on her plane.
Yes.
Lorwyn was also a possibility, but the queen is fickle, so she might help, might not. And there were some name bombs like Kamigawa and Dominaria,
did,
but
Yes.
did you just say the queen?
yeah, I told you this already during
Okay.
our meeting this morning. But
Yes. But
Yeah. Okay.
I do know that Sarah's realm is under attack because she told me herself. It's also under attack by a necromancer. So he might actually be the easiest way to get some allies. And also, Ishgren, maybe that necromancer has knowledge that might enhance your powers.
Maybe it's worth visiting him.
it might
Yes.
be small, but you do have a bit of white in you.
What do you say?
Never mind, out of character.
No, I
Okay.
also didn't hear you. Like you were
Yeah,
dropping
I,
you
off.
didn't
I
cut out.
said it might be small, but you do have a speck of white in you.
You dropped again exactly the same moment.
It
Speck of
might
white.
be small, but you have a speck of white in you.
All right, okay, very well.
Okay.
So
Anyway,
to circle back, the next thing that we should do, because
Yes.
me gathering knowledge is something that is an ongoing thing. What is the first thing we do? I think the first thing that we do is
Roll for initiative.
talk to Sarah, I believe, because the name Sarah has been popping up multiple times now.
Yes, I can pray to Sarah whenever is needed, and we can also visit her in her city.
I
Ah,
look at Iskren.
We should
First,
send the troops to Ravnica and get going. That's what I think.
perhaps we should first retrieve the corpse and talk to Autumn Willow. Perhaps we can see if she can help us, aid us in a way, because I know she isn't keen on leaving the plane.
So you don't want to return to Ravnica first?
I don't think we are strong enough to go to
No,
Ravnica
no,
now.
we need to send the relief forces, but we should
Even
get
just to
extra help.
check what the situation is.
If there is a possibility
Some-
for us to quickly hop, sure.
I gave-
we can,
I
we
gave-
can-
But I gave
Something tells me.
I gave you the situation this morning. The board of guildmaster gave me the detailed situation. So at the
Yeah.
moment they're fighting at a standstill, but we do not have the upper hand right now. We need
No,
more allies.
we don't have the power to actually finish this now. We can go back, but the chance that we are overrun is
Correction.
very
I said
big.
standstill, but it was a fighting retreat. Sorry.
Point at chat.
I did.
I know.
My name is not on the
How
list.
did
So
two others?
What am I doing?
It's for.
it's not initiative, but
Volta
it's
and is
perception.
going to do
Volta
a
and
quick
is going-
perception check, please.
Perception check.
Perception.
Oh, Volta.
Haha.
Phil is
Who-
having
who
a
wa-
good day.
Who are you and what have you done with Phil?
Yes.
Wel, I also... Dat is nou eigenlijk maar 13, hè. Dus,
Okay, so Xantarat and Volta, you notice soft footfalls
Well, that
as three individuals land on the table near the portal from which Sorval emerged.
alright.
So
I see.
they emerged from there, or they just land?
They land in front of it. They could have come through or something, you're not entirely sure.
I
Um,
have visitors.
Two of them have long wavy hair,
Mm-hmm.
horns. Apart from that, they look elven. The third one
Like,
is a bald elven male.
okay.
When they land, I will just look at them and say, "We're in the middle of a conversation here. Can you not butt in?
Oh,
Thank you."
wonderful.
They respond questioningly in a language you're not entirely sure you can understand. There is a lilton to it.
Goblin.
I don't get that gibberish. Can you, like... And I just
But-
wave.
And
I will just ready my crossbow unsuspiciously.
Is that
Unsuspiciously.
Elven or
it is an elvish dialect. It's not entirely something you know, but then the left one shifts to a more closer to Ravnican common, and she says, "We are here for look book Violet Queen.
What?
Queen Una.
Uh,
You book have?
Yes, I have the book. What does it matter? We're still having a conversation here.
This is a library. Perhaps you should ask.
Uy.
That was it. I was just shushing to them, not to you.
We
Okay.
just
Perhaps
come for book and then we leave.
and well, there are. Why should we have this book?
who are you?
Yeah. What do you want? And what do you? What?
Oh, who
what
are
is
you?
your purpose?
Who are you?
Vilta, what book do you have in your hands right now?
I will just walk forward and say, "No,
okay.
get
I-
out."
They look a little disappointed.
What do you offer in return if we have this book?
We have coin of gold.
Money means nothing to me, madam.
Why do you want the book?
I not speak fast language you. I try explain. I leader of guild leave.
Guild leave, you say?
I search book for take back bad magic.
Well, these books do not belong to you, and you are intruding in this place. So leave before the master of this place is angered.
Did guild leave something you saw in the book?
Don't think they were actively looking for the thing. So no.
Hmm.
We'll just wave at them again and come back later. We're still busy.
We wait there, and she points at a faraway couch.
Did they just appear in this place?
Through the portal, Sorval came, right?
How many wards did they bypass?
No, they didn't come through the portal that we saw. They just appeared.
And where did they go? I can't see them on the map anymore.
Down.
Over here.
The bottom right. Okay.
Well, Volta,
Yes.
that was the one book, right, that you got?
Yep, it is. It is the book I have. I put it away, but they.
And what language are you speaking
language
right
are you
now?
speaking?
In Draconic. So I was just about to say, I'm saying this in Draconic.
Yep.
In our Slits language.
Yeah, I will respond in Draconic. So the rest of the party sees like two lizards going. Ha!
I speak Draconic.
Basically.
Ah.
Be Draconic.
Mhm.
So
How did they know that the book is in this place?
they said something about magic. Is there something
Yeah.
inside that book that you read that could have triggered this?
Well, I know this is a magic book because of the librarian or whatever it was told me, but well, it is a book like letters put back after each other. So it's a magic book, okay, but what does this magic do? I do not know.
Why do they even need the book? I have no fucking clue. I mean, if they necessarily want the book, they at least should have brought something that can speak our language, like any of them. When you look at the bunch of us.
Yeah, and let us be certain. If they want the book and they want to pay money for it, it must be quite powerful. So why should we part with something
But
powerful?
it is not our book.
It
Well,
is.
actually, it is. Well,
It's his.
I found it in a library.
In this library.
No, the other one, the one
Oh,
we
another
came
library.
to.
You already stole it.
Well, I borrowed it for a non-specific time.
Borrowed without.
Did you get this book from the Baron's castle?
No.
Okay,
I
whatever.
found it. Yeah,
In
I
the
found
one,
it.
All
in
right,
the
all
one
right,
dungeon.
all right.
Yeah.
Then it's completely
Yeah.
yours. Okay.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
absolutely.
The
All right.
place, the place we raided.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, okay, that's fine. Okay, then
Yeah.
this book is yours to give or
Mhm.
not to give.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe we
Well-
should understand who these people are.
Well, perhaps we should try to communicate with them on another level. Perhaps they can speak another language than common that we can also speak.
We can try.
Yeah.
So let me check one thing here.
In the meantime, the Boros Legion is looking at us.
Going moo.
So I'll fly over to them. I'll be like, That book that they're talking about, do you know which one it is?
Well, it's and I go no, I go towards Sorval and I put my hand over his shoulder. I wiggle it between his wings if they're
Sneak
still
attack.
open. No. and I whisper into his ear, it's the book about the Violet Queen. Violet Queen, and I like and I will I will open my
Trench
strange
coat.
my strange coach and I will like this
Gold
one.
block.
And I show him.
Oh, that one. Right, I've heard somebody say that it's. I heard
How did
somebody
you
say once that actually seals a great being that could help us.
and where did you hear this?
I
Not
don't
from
quite
you.
remember. Or maybe I'd read it somewhere. I don't quite remember. I'm sorry. But maybe if we can undo this seal, we get another ally.
Well, I read the book and it's about and I will go back to the party in Draconic and then I will so back in. So, well, if I'm not mistaken, and you guys read this too, this being could really shift entire places, like be really really powerful and make some places really upside down. Is this the kind of ally we want? He will change everything.
I think I think felt I had a bit of amnesia.
Yeah, I know.
Question for the DM. If I manage to establish a telepathic link with someone, do we need a common language to communicate?
No.
We don't? Okay. Well, then I may have a solution to
Okay.
communicate with
Oh.
these people. Yes.
Okay,
Maybe we should
No.
explain it to them.
let's go.
Yes, please.
I, by the way, still flying. So
I point at the one that seems to be the leader.
I point at Sorval. Sorval, you can stop showing off now.
I'm keeping flying. Keep flying a few feet over the.
I just.
I will go and sit next to Tario.
So the leader steps forward.
That's
You
the bold one,
time
right?
now?
Right?
No.
This one is the leader?
Yep.
Ah, that was the one we were talking with before?
Yes.
All
I
right.
specifically made a non-initiative token the leader.
Ah, all right. All right. Okay.
Why?
Learning. Smart.
Hey. All right. So I look at.
I know how Iskran diplomacy works.
No, absolutely. I say, I can speak with you through our minds, but you need to open your mind to me,
yeah, that's not that
and
never
I
went wrong.
shall open my mind to you. Is that fair for you?
Sure.
I shall use my powers to establish this contact. Please do not resist.
I
Called
Classic
it.
Iskran.
know it.
I did not even know you had this ability, but still called it. Is it just me that's constantly dropping away with sound, or
Oh, so he
No,
did resist.
regelmatig.
enkel ik of andere mensen ook?
Ja, nee, jij vooral. Sorry, ga maar verder. Ja.
Yeah.
And the elf looks at you and goes like, that not mind speak.
Well, clearly mind speak. I would have been able to speak in your mind if you would have opened your mind to me.
It puts out a hand to you, and in your head you hear that this would probably be more preferable as means of telepathic communication.
Oh well, I certainly agree. You
I do believe that your intentions were not to be rude, but we are somewhat accustomed to certain people trying to take advantage of our kin, and
I see.
we are disinclined, given the history of our race, to allow that.
Why the ruse then? Why not communicate with us immediately with your telepathy?
It takes an effort.
Well,
And I don't often get to use my Ravnican. I like to show off for my followers.
so is now speaking, not connecting. Or what is
This is telepathic in your head.
Okay.
I'm
Good.
just looking.
He said Ravnica. Okay. Very well. So, who are you?
I am the captain of the Guildleaf Guard. They call me Elda Golden Manes.
Guild Leaf.
Tip, 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 tip,
Tip,
tip.
tip, tip, tim,
Type,
tip,
type,
tip,
type,
tip,
type,
tip,
type, type, type.
The Guild Leaf Guard. Okay.
Elsa
And
Golden
where
Mains.
are? Am I familiar with this Guild Leaf
Uh,
Guard?
In
No, right?
character or out of character?
So I said, and where are you coming from?
We have come from the plane of Lorwyn, where we have been sent out by our leader in order to retrieve the book that binds the Fey Queen Una.
And whom do you serve? Saruman.
I
I was 40.
serve the perfect one.
The perfect one.
Must be a point here.
Does the perfect one have a name?
Yes.
Would
But
you
it is not something that
that you can
is
share?
allowed to pass
Fair
through
enough.
me.
Allow me to explain to my companions what you have revealed to me so far.
Go right ahead.
So I look at the others and I say, I am now in telepathic communication with this creature.
Oh, so your spell worked?
After a fashion, yes.
Just so valid, yo.
It triggered a result. Which is the
It
definition
triggered
of
something.
which is the definition of working. Okay. So they are coming from Lorwyn, and they serve an entity called the Perfect One. Anybody here any knowledge of such things?
Did the perfect one was the perfect one mentioned in the book? ODM?
Not specifically, no.
Okay.
Did they hear about Sorval?
They call themselves the Guilt Leaf Guard.
So, DM, can I roll something to maybe see if I've heard about this perfect one, or would that not be of any use?
Isker
Well,
will
roll
also,
the
Isker will also
illusion.
say, I must say, Guilt Leaf makes me think about the Delesnia. So probably light and nature attuned.
You would assume by their garb as much. The bald male, though, doesn't have horns. That is a different style of dress he has as well. He doesn't seem to fully fit or belong with the other two, who seem to be almost twins or something.
Who is this man you bring with you?
He is emissary of Shadow Walker.
Which is
I think Shadow Walker was one of the planeswalkers, right? If I recall correctly.
Well, yes-ish. It's a sobriquet you have. You could associate with two of the planeswalkers you know.
Do I recognize any symbols on him?
You recognize the garb as that of those that you've already fought
Yeah.
once.
Yes.
Mhm.
So
So-
they're not friendly.
yes. So I will tell her. I will tell you that we have had a bad experience with his people, and I wonder if now you are allies, and if you are allies with our enemies, well,
GM question. Sarah did not mention the name of the fairy queen to me, did she? She simply referred to her as the fairy queen.
She referred to her as the Fairy Queen because, in general, I don't think the additional knowledge would have been useful for Taurio.
Yeah, I'm just checking because I'm not sure if I heard her name Una or not. That's why I'm
So-
asking.
They want the book because it is a seal, right? That is what they just said.
That's not specifically what they said. No.
That's
They
what
wa- they want to-
Sorval. That's what Sorval said to Volta.
They want a book because it's something magical, and it has to do with the Violet Queen.
If I remember correctly, they explicitly said, but I'm not sure if it was telepathic to Iskin, that they need the book to seal Una. If I'm not mistaken. But that's not something Dario heard, so.
no.
Wait. So he isn't sealed in the book?
Wait. Okay, hold on, everyone. Hold on, everyone. Are you guys interested? I look at the girl. I said, "Excuse me, give me a moment here." Are you interested in going to Lorwyn, all of you? Is that
I
something
would
that it's
rather go to Sarah's realm.
I was hoping to go to Sarah's realm as well in the first place, but
I'm just following you guys now.
Yeah. Well, I do not like fairies, but
But is it in the plans to ever go to Lorwyn?
well,
Probably. I think that there is a shard there.
well,
Yeah.
I do as well.
I
Might
don't
be a
hear you.
possible ally.
We don't hear you.
You're falling away.
Yeah, go.
Typey. Clackety, keyboard.
I think we should first go to Sarah's realm and then we can go to this Lorwyn.
All right. Okay.
I would agree.
I think we should first clean
But
up
because
clean up this place because return the corpse that Autumn Willow wanted and then we can go to
Because-
other places.
All right.
because Sarah told me that the necromancer that's attacking her realm would not be that big a problem for us. If we go to Lorwyn, that would be harder.
All
Not
right.
impossible, but harder. So it might be best that we first go to Sarah's
To
realm
Sarah
to
first, and
grow
then
strength,
Mhm.
and then we can go to Lorwyn.
And Sarah's realm is here in Ugrota.
No,
No,
that
it's
is
a
its
completely
own realm.
different plane. Okay.
Yes,
Because I remember there was an island called Sarah something here.
there is a city here that
Yeah,
serves as her headquarters in this place.
All right. And that's through that city that we will reach her place, or do you know how to get to Sarah's place?
I can ask her.
How to get to her?
Yes,
All right.
because DM she didn't tell me right how to get to her plane.
She didn't totally know.
No. All right. And now-
However,
Oh.
you do have a planeswalker ally
Mhm.
So we have
moderately close at
options.
hand.
All right. I mean, it's not like we have a specific, but okay, we can find a way.
By the way,
Very well.
Ishkran, did you say that them that Baron Singer is
Yes,
now
basically, I
also
tried to say it a couple of times, but since nobody was really listening, I put it on the chat,
yes,
so I put it here again.
okay.
The things that we got from him, that we will get from him.
But is he also not a planeswalker now?
Yeah.
Yes.
And indeed, he
So
will
he
offer
might
us.
also bring us there.
He will offer us transport to other planes, and he will also offer us planeswalker training.
Oh, those are good things.
It's very good. So while that Alda is focused on Tario, I will
True.
just look at her and ask, do you know anything about Vivactus's Mahdi or Elder Dragons?
I noticed that this woman is walking towards us, so
She is currently ignoring Zamparot and going straight towards Taurio, points at him, and in your mind, Taurio, you hear a voice going, "You know of the Fairy Queen?"
By reference, she was mentioned to me.
She is a powerful being, and we would like to gain access to her powers.
Friend or foe?
I do not understand your question.
What's your relationship towards the Fairy Queen?
She is a necessity.
Yeah,
Dario, are you alright?
she's stuck in my head, so maybe.
If you or your friends would be in possession of the book, it would be a great help to us to obtain it.
But what would you do with the Fairy Queen? Because you say she's a necessity, and I simply speak out loud. So you say she's a necessity. She's a tool. She's an ally. She's what?
I noticed this conversation and start.
Yeah, I speak out loud. She's talking in my head.
Yeah.
I speak out loud.
She is part of our world. She will cleanse some of the impurities and bring forth a more whole and healthy place.
What do you mean with healthy? Oh, do I know this? No, I can't hear
That's
this.
the talking in his head.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry.
Yeah.
It's the only way that she has to communicate in full sentences.
Yeah.
We know, thanks to the follower of the Shadow Walker, that you are currently in a conflict. We could, in exchange for the book, provide you with troops.
Yeah, this is something you should talk with the Dark Flower over there.
Who?
He's got the mind thingy going on. I just hit stuff.
Which one?
The one you were talking to before, mind talking, whatever thingy.
Turns around and sees Iskrin waving, goes like, "We can, in exchange for the book, offer you troops for your conflict."
The thing is, you seem to know so much about us, and we know so little about you. So I'm not saying no. I'm just saying this is not the right time. We have things we need to take care of. And in fact, you could show your goodwill by helping us in taking care of these things. And then we will be more inclined to strike a deal with you.
What do you need?
What about to travel to a faraway place and danger seems to always follow us? You could fight with us, show us that you are our allies, and then we will consider giving you this book.
Ishkan, are you saying that out loud or
For the
in your
moment,
mind?
not yet. In the mind.
Okay.
I'm afraid that my position does not allow me to do that.
Very well. And if you
I
cannot help us, at least do not.
will, however,
Mhm.
if you ever alight in our plane, make sure that you are welcome in the Guildleaf castles.
Very well. Do you have a way for us to reach your plane?
No.
No. Very well. Then if we will.
But I do believe that you and those you know ought to be able to figure that one out. She gives you a symbol. It's a golden symbol. It resembles
I like
somewhere
gold.
like a pumpkin leaf, or maybe it's a bat wing, or a strange kind of angelic wing, depending on how you turn it. It's a solid golden piece. It's a good inch thick. This is a token that you can use if you ever would be in Lorwyn to
contact
visit our courts and let people know that they should contact me.
All right.
However, that is as much as I can do for now, and we will take our leave.
Well, if you could wait just a moment, maybe my companions have something else to tell to you. So I turn to the others and I say, well, first of all, I turn to Wulta and I say, they have promised help in troops if we give them the book. Personally, I told them that we don't know them and now it's too early to make such a deal. But I also understand that the book is your book. So if you do want to make this deal, the time is now. If you don't want to make this deal, they've given me this. I show him this golden leaf. And they say that when we will ever reach Lorwyn, we can contact them with this and then we can make our deals. So, in all honesty, it's up to you now.
Well, I believe that this is quite early, right? They just appeared into the library of Fingir.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's like we don't know what they are, what they want. We don't. We already encountered them hostile. So what if we're giving somebody who is not our ally, like our enemy, power? So perhaps we should get to know them. Perhaps we can visit Lorwyn with them and see what this is, or perhaps we can ask the Baron about if he knows something. He's bound to know something.
Very well. But I suppose we will first go and visit Sarah, right?
Yeah. Perhaps we can make arrangements to visit them.
Yeah.
But we are not ready to hand over the book.
All right.
We need to know more about this book first and about this queen.
Very well.
You are doing this in common, right?
Yes. We're not saying anything that
So
she's not supposed to hear.
They follow what you're saying and they take their leave. They walk up to table. The other horned elf takes out a small pendant of sorts and smashes it like a brilliant sapphire that shatters on the globe. And some runes light up and a portal opens. You hear faint bird song and they step through.
Who's behind it? No, I don't.
Attack of opportunity.
Bye, Santarot.
Did I
just say that I'm very proud of us for not making that a fight?
Hey.
Yeah. When they went through the portal and
what?
Yeah. When
Yeah, go.
When they Sigma.
No, go.
Yeah, when they went through the portal and we heard the birds, and we saw the runes. Did we saw something familiar, like a portal we recognized or runes we recognized from our earlier travels?
Not specific trees, yes, but no, not specifically. There is, although I don't think you actively would recognize it. On a subconscious level, you might have recognized something, but I don't think there would be an active.
Well, I did study the portal where hard to pronounce was
Yeah, but
holding his heart.
it's a subtle thing, and I don't think Fulta would pay attention to it.
Are you certain? Ik heb een passie van 20, hè? Nee, dat pakt niet zeker.
It's more of a would Fulta be paying attention to that, or
Yeah.
would he? And I don't think he would in
Okay.
this specific case.
Mhm.
But Hisken might notice it, and that is that the shards of the sapphire are gone.
He informed the others. The shards of the sapphire are gone. Which sapphire?
The one
The one
she
they
threw on the
threw to the
floor.
ground.
Ah, okay. Yeah, probably a magic thing. Right. Probably a
Maybe.
magic thing. It opened the portal to another dimension.
Maybe it uses power or just a.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about that. So.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So off to
Go ahead,
Sarah.
Ishka. I think we should first get that corpse we came here for
Oh yes.
to Autumn Willow, and
Yeah.
then
The corpse and some information about the dragons for me. Something for me
okay.
to
Perfect.
brood upon.
Perfect.
And then we get to the city where we have. I don't remember the city that was halfway where we spent some time.
Strong Rock.
Strong Rock,
Okay.
yes. There we can get some troops, maybe get them to the Shade Mark, and then we can, after giving the corpse to Autumn Willow, we can go to Syrah's realm.
All right.
It was both the guild, I forgot the name, and Annabelle Lodge that are.
Yes.
I am going to do a short break here so that
Yes.
we can all get a drink refill.
Yep.
Toilet break.
Probably half an hour to 3/4 more session. If
Okay.
that would be all right with you guys.
Oké.
Yes,
Fine by me.
Oké. Trouwens, heb jij ondertussen je kinderen al in bed gestoken? Want ik
Welcome back, yo. Uh,
Yo,
yo, yo. This is.
sup?
Yo.
I'm down with the kids. You know that
Yeah.
means I get depressed when there's too many children. Anyway,
Says the dad.
after the events in the library, is there anything you still want to accomplish while in Sengir's castle? Or are you going to start heading towards the corpse of Isham?
Soval actually wants to leave here as soon as possible because he has goosebumps when he's here.
Vilta, how long would it take you to make a necklace of the 2 angel feathers?
Well, depends how nice you want it, but wacht, de vorige keer, als ik iets maakte, heeft dat toch wel een week geduurd. Nee, een dag, dacht ik.
It depends on how complex you want it to be, what you want it to be able to do, how much time you actually set aside for it. That impacts your dice rolls.
I want it super fancy. Let's be clear about that. But I just want to refresh to know how much time it would take. But
Then
a few
you
days.
probably would want Vilda to work with Iskra on it. Iskra could make a beautiful jewel chain, or at least a set piece for it, and then Volta could work on that and have the feathers incorporated and protected in it. You'd be looking at 2 days each, at least.
Okay. Yeah, just to have a figure to know for downtimes.
So if you want it to be exceedingly fancy, and if they both have time, you could have a very potent magical amulet made in about a week's time.
Okay. Yeah. Fancy is not something I need to go for. It just needs to be good. The quality needs to be high. But
That's why I
that
said
same
like
as
potent magical amulet.
fancy? Check.
So, the one thing that I wonder now is how quickly can we get in contact with Baron Sengir? Like if we are somewhere else. Because the last thing that we do before we hop off to Sarah's place, which we will probably do with the Baron himself,
I can
because
send
he
him.
will.
I can send him a message wherever I am.
Okay. Yeah, the only thing that I need is, with the knowledge that I have now, is if he has himself any knowledge or if he can help us/me figure out where these shards are. That's the only information that I would need right now.
Well, I mean,
That's it. That's all I need.
first of
And
all,
yeah, the corpse.
first of all, we have to wait until he's back.
Definitely. But we still have the corpse to deal with.
Yeah, so let's do that maybe first.
Okay.
Yes. By the way, should we not ask around here what the best ways to the Great Wood?
You can.
Because we came here one way because the other way was too dangerous, but maybe the danger is now gone.
So you're actively going to be looking for people in the castle?
That might not be the best idea, right?
I'm just asking.
I'll just
How
defer to Ishgren's advice for that.
Question for the group, because Tario does not have the mental capabilities to figure this out himself. How hard is it to get everyone from Caution Keep to the portal which we entered, or do we need Sengir to open a portal straight to Ravnica? We did take quite a trip, but I'm not entirely sure how many days we took to get there.
Ik denk als we dat... if we should go to the portal in which we entered, we should be heading... we should take some time, I think.
Yeah, but
So-
we're going somewhere else. But we need to send the troops we've gathered to Ravnica. The question is, can we send them to the portal we came through, and how much time will it take? Or do we need the Baron to open a new portal in Caution Keep to push them through?
Would probably take 3 to 4 days for a train group to march that far.
And do not... we went by airship to this place, so when they enter Ravnica, they are, as a matter of fact,
I
somewhat
think
away from the Shade Merc, right?
Yeah,
aren't they like 2 days walk away from it?
Mm.
If I'm not mistaken, it was some 1 or 2 days from the
yeah.
Shade Merc.
From what Darius saw from the images that the guild master showed me, there is we do need to put some speed behind sending the relief forces. So if it's possible, I would advise to get the Baron to push them through a new portal in Caution Keep itself, if at all possible. I'm looking at Iskram for this.
We will need to wait until he's back, then we can ask him all the questions.
If needed, I can ask for divine intervention. Maybe get Sarah or Jared to help us with that. They're also
Maybe.
planeswalkers. Probably not Jared because he might be busy with his track.
Yeah, with the speed is of the essence right now, because at this moment in time they are battling
Yeah,
they're doing a fighting
I've
retreat.
I've
So
seen it as well, Dario. I've seen it as well. Then I propose that we take the shortest route to the Great Wood to get the corpse to Autumn Willow. Maybe she can help as well.
Let's see this
Yes.
corpse first, maybe. No?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so you leave the castle of the Baron behind.
Hmm.
Yes.
The walk to Ishan's corpse is relatively uneventful. It's just about an hour. Find high upon like a massive wooden crossbar
Yeah.
hangs the lifeless skeleton of what once was a Serum Paladin.
Hmm.
His visage is somewhat familiar. The armor, the helmet, some of the flesh still on the skeleton.
Hmm.
And yes, you fought this, or at least a simile of this, when you first entered here in this plane.
it was the one we first encountered when we came here, or
Yes.
Taking down a corpse is a easy task because you have someone with a long axe.
Hmm.
A magical long axe even, and that means that the wood doesn't really stand much of a chance.
Timber.
Collect the bones, um, the scratched and weather-pocked armor.
All right.
Have you requisitioned the cart or something, or just putting it in a bag of holding?
we all have a bag of holding. So I put it in a sack, and I put the sack in my bag of
So,
holding, if it's possible.
about protecting our most valuable things. Did I already propose to you an extremely secure place to store our goods?
No.
Oh, very well. So, the power of my magic has given me the ability to create an extra dimensional space where we can store everything, well, the most precious things we have.
How
Uh,
much gold did it cost?
Now, that could be, consider it an investment, right?
I will
Yeah.
take your stuff for free!
I am not, no, I'm not even lying here. So, and not that I ever did, but
Mhm.
so the initial investment to build this magical chest is 5,050 gold pieces.
Do we have this kind of money?
I think we should, maybe if we pool our resources, we could be able to create such thing.
And who keeps the tiny chest?
Well, it will require my magic to
How
work, so
how long does this last?
forever. I'll just have to renew the spell every 2 months or something.
And every time you put this, you renew this, it's 5,000 gold, or just.
No. You only have to pay that one time.
We have
Do we
better
have that
holding.
money?
Well, I
Possibly. I have 3,400, but did I already deduct the 500 for the Annabelle Lodge?
I
I don't think I
know
did.
what you did or didn't do.
No, if I did, it was in concert with you. So I probably didn't. I said I have the money. I did not pay it yet too. So I need to deduct 500 yet when I see the Minotaurs of the Annabelle Lodge.
Make a note
Oh,
of that.
yeah, so I have 2,900 gold, but
Okay.
Taurio doesn't really see the upside because we all have an is it bag of holding, don't we?
Iskren, do we have anything that's
And
actually
The
worth
thing is,
this
in
at
the
the
easy
moment?
battle holding, everybody can put their hands in and take out your stuff. Once the stuff is in the magical chest, it's gone until the one, well, in fact, me, puts his hand
Yes.
and
There,
summon the chest.
there is one problem with that, Iskren.
Mhm.
If you die or decide to leave, you have no access to that chest.
Well, the second option, I'm sorry you even mentioned it, and the first option,
I will of course always make sure you don't die, but just in case I fail in that by probably also dying.
I mean, considering that, I mean, let's be honest, Iskren, out of all of us, is the one who has suffered the least damage of all of us.
well,
So if
you do not know
Iskren
how much I've
ever,
suffered in my life.
He's been targeted the least by the other party members.
I'm not talking about previous encounters. There's a big possibility you suffered a lot before I know you, but whenever we
And
face
while you
danger,
know me,
didn't
and during
didn't
our
Iskrin
time.
go down in the last fight with the dragon?
we all went down.
Boy,
Everyone went down.
Okay, but do go ahead, please. Sorry.
Yes. So if there is ever the thing where Iskren completely perishes, then I feel that Tario and me failed in our job. So if Iskren died, I think we all died.
Possibly, but
I'm very glad to hear those words. And I will make sure to honor them to be the
By
last
having
one
you
to
killed as I
to
died.
be the last one to die if this should ever happen. No, well, just consider it. Maybe if we have something that we really absolutely want to keep
yes,
100% safe.
it's good that we know
Yeah.
this. If we
It might
come
be
across,
useful for magical books.
For example,
Yes.
we can put 1,000 gold each, and
Mhm.
make the chest, and then it's done.
yes,
You also need someone to actually make the chest, of course.
Yeah, that would be me, I guess.
yes,
It's like because it's not that big. It's like 90
by 2
centimeter.
2 foot by 2 foot.
Yeah.
That's slightly more than just jewel crafting.
Yeah, it's not like
Yeah, but there's
these
also
boxes where you
blacksmith
keep.
here, so
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
there could be a concerted effort that could
yeah.
drop the price dramatically. You would just
Especially
have.
since it's worth so much as opposed like it's
Yeah, you
covered
still
in
have a dragon
jewels.
skull because you never gave that to Sengir.
No.
So.
Oh wow!
did we not?
I thought we did.
Nope.
No. Yeah, okay.
Nope.
Well,
Still have
We
it.
did.
Let's go
That's
hunt
fine.
for manticore heads. Let's
Yeah.
never give them to the person that we hunt them for.
I did. We have Manticores, but I did mention the
I-
dragon skull.
I believe I still have the dragon skull and the manticore.
Yeah.
okay.
Classic Vulta.
So
Okay.
we
Hey,
know that the secret
I
chest
can-
is an option.
Yeah.
Yes.
So let's
Let's
move on
ignore
with
the
with the
option.
corpse for now.
It might
Yeah.
be a good option for the book later on.
Yeah.
I will
Mhm.
carry the corpse. I
So
don't
definitely
mind
the
some
corpse
stench.
will not fit in the chest.
Yeah, I will.
It's not a coffin. It's just.
I will make sure that Zantarot and the corpse are well guarded.
Let's be honest. If you create it, Iskren, it will be a coffin and not a chest.
You guys are starting to travel through the Dark Barony.
Mhm.
There is something odd as you are going. A dark mist, a ring, around the party, probably 10 meters, sometimes 15 meters away from you.
Is it then? I noticed this on Taurio, right? A shimmer of light. Is it this?
No.
No,
It is-
I don't give a shimmer. You just feel, well, not afraid.
I do Divine Sense.
It has a hint, a flavor of undead, of dark vampiric radiant power.
Is it focused on a small gold coin?
It is focused on an individual wearing golden armor, and it seems to keep everyone at bay.
Hmm.
Wild animals do not willingly cross into it. Peasants give you wide berth, and that's birth with an E. In case you wondered, Sorval, I saw you thinking.
Or well, simply thinking, oh, it's just me.
And anyone that contemplates harming the party seems to think better of it. Footpads, thugs,
I
roving bandits.
I go over to Ishka like, is that you're doing?
Doing not. I'm not
Is it
doing
the
anything.
Baron's
And
doing?
you actually make very decent time. How long do you want to be walking each day? Are you taking it leisurely? Are you making a good pace? Are you?
I
Good
think
pace.
we would be taking Boros marching speeds.
Good pace.
Good pace,
Alrighty.
just
Boros
to make
marching
sure that we
speed.
get
Xantarot is a
there.
little bit disappointed.
I will. If anybody cannot follow, they are allowed to ride the steed.
Okay.
I am sad that I'm not allowed to fight.
You are allowed to get tired from all the walking.
So on the first
Tired from
day,
walking. I live in a swamp.
you managed to get out of the barony.
Fast.
You have made great time. You left early enough. You walked for approximately 8 hours.
Hmm.
Using the horse to rotate, people on the horse can eat. And you have 2 trained legionnaires who are used to doing forced marches. You cover a distance of 48 kilometers.
Hmm.
And you wind up seeing the Great Wood on the day that you leave.
Good marching,
Exiting
guys.
the barony, the swirling ring of smoky blackness does dissipate.
When we're nearing the forest, I look at Big Z and ask, Big Z, you had a way of contacting the tree lady?
I can try.
Fulton,
I mean-
can you contact her?
I will try, and I will put out. I will take her statue and put it in front of me,
Maybe
and I will.
until we're in the wood.
Yeah.
I will
I
put
admit.
it, I'll take it back. I'll put it, I'll take it back. I'll put it,
So-
and I'll take it back.
By now it's getting evening, right?
Yep, we have
Then I-
reached evenfall.
Then I propose that we camp here or find a nice place to camp.
You do. The entire thing, unusually for you guys, has been rather uneventful. It
What
feels
gives?
like, yeah, this
This doesn't
is.
feel right.
I'm
This doesn't
wait,
feel right.
I'm waiting for the shitstorm.
It's quite enjoyable, really.
Mhm.
And you eventually find a decent spot to make
Roll an
camp.
initiative.
Ah,
There's an old ruined tower slightly up ahead. You put up your tents. You have learned to not trust old ruined towers.
Old token.
yes.
Is that artillery piece pointed towards us? On the ridge?
It seems old and broken.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You get a small campfire going.
What's this?
That is a pile of rubble.
Okay. I I thought a pile of people, but okay.
For once, it is not.
There might be
Uh,
people under the pile, but
Oh, it's just
Uh,
rubble.
So we should probably put up a guard at every.
Yeah.
Oh, a watch. So
no shit.
I'll take first watch if you don't mind.
I'll take in the evening or in the morning.
Yeah. I will
There
try
are
it.
there are better people for during the night.
Yeah.
Clear
I
to the
will.
confusing rubble.
Hmm.
I will take definitely a guard somewhere.
Yeah, and I will try and make contact.
Alrighty. So, first watch. Sorval,
Yes,
would you care to roll me a perception check?
because I'm so good in those.
Yes.
Ah,
See,
14, not
14,
bad.
it's not bad.
Not bad at all.
The small river flowing by does occasionally get on your bladder, I mean nerves. Um, but it is a peaceful night. There are few things that disturb you. You hear a wolf off in the distance. You hear some, night creature. You're not entirely sure which ones they are, but there is night creatures and they are making sounds, potentially involving the flapping of wings, and you're definitely not scared. You faced off one-eyed lizards and you survived.
Yes, very good. Can't wait for this watch to be over.
Second watch.
I have the last watch, so I'm
I
in the
will do
morning.
second watch.
Alrighty, roll me the perception check.
Watch me roll a natural 1.
That
Ah,
is 12.
It has a 1 in it.
You sit and you are content. You are glad that you finally got Ishin's corpse. It was something that you aspired to for quite a while. And thanks to Iskran's negotiations, whatever they were, however much strange sounds they involved, you managed to obtain the corpse without having to fight off an ancient vampire. That's a win in everyone's book, even though you might be somewhat willing to test yourself against
in a way, yeah.
such an ageless creature. You hear some scraping sounds by the bridge.
Okay.
Bridge troll.
I will look at the bridge with my eagle vision. Shing!
You don't specifically see anything because you're looking at the top of the bridge.
I'm looking in this direction, yeah.
But the eagle vision is a top-down one, right?
No, it's
Isn't it just focus vision, like zoom?
yeah, it's a very focused vision.
Or
I
is it
can
like sniper rifling?
this one. That is what I have.
Alrighty. You spy,
With my little eye.
With your
as
eagle
you might
eye.
want to, an individual, Minotaur, that is just carving things into the bridge. He seems old. He reminds you a little of that one Minotaur you spent some time with, Viken.
Mm-hmm.
white skin, though in the dark it looks a lot more muddy and brown.
I will walk over to him, like in this position here, while still having a look to the group, and I will just say, not shout, but say silently enough so that he can hear me, but that the group won't wake up. Are you alright, old timer?
I'm doing fine. How's Taurio?
I mean, he's good. He's strong enough.
Didn't Big C meet him? I think everyone met him, no?
No,
Yeah.
I don't think I
But
did.
he rolled a 12 on perception.
Ah, okay, never mind.
You managed to strike the deal with Leshrak. No, not with Leshrak. Leshrak was driven out.
Yeah, we
You
kicked
struck
his
a
butt.
deal with Sengir,
Yes, we
Leshrak's
did.
apprentice. Yes.
That we did.
Good. He is a powerful ally.
He is indeed.
Carve, 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 carve.
What are you carving, old timer?
I'm warding the bridge. There is something in the tower that I would not like to get to the rest of the party.
Is it big?
Be a challenge.
Is it something Tari and me could do?
You might.
Hmm. You know, I think it's best for now that I just let Tario sleep.
He needs his rest. He's a growing boy.
Yeah, he's growing his horns. He's becoming a big, big man. Bull thingy.
One more thing. You had some visitors.
Yeah, we had.
I don't know what to make of them. The elves seem cruel.
I don't like them. The dark one, the bald one with the dark clothes. I mean,
He's bad news, but his master was defeated. He just doesn't know it yet.
yeah.
Oh, that reminds me. Jared told me to tell you or anyone of the party uh, that Leshrak has been defeated.
Oh, they defeated Lashrak.
I believe the concise term was banished.
Oh, so he is still alive.
Well, he is in a sort of imprisonment, and he will be stuck there for another 500 years.
Oh no, that's fine. That means that once I'm finished with all of this, I can come over and pound his head to pulp. That's good. I still have a slight vendetta against him. He ran away while I was
Slight
fighting him.
vendetta, classic Gruel. One of the interesting things I should mention. You are marked by the dragon.
Yes.
If I remember correctly, someone used the shard of that dragon to forge a weapon.
Did they now? Where and when?
Oh, a while back. Though I do believe that it would transpire that that weapon could potentially be on this plane. I will leave you to your questing.
Hmm. Okay. Now that I know that there is a shard and a weapon here in El Grotto, that makes things interesting. So that
And
means that you know of the destroyer.
as you are saying that, Sandro is no longer there. All you see is a line of carefully crafted runes on the edge of the bridge.
My brother from another plane.
Maybe it's your daddy.
Who knows?
I look at the runes and I will just mumble under my breath. Why are you always so mystical and weird? And I will just walk back to the party. And I will wait and look to the tower because he said that there was something in the tower.
Alrighty.
Maybe
Then
Black Anvil.
third watch.
Me, pick me.
I will, when Tario wakes up, I will relay the information about that his patron was carving something in the bridge, and that that he knew from Jared that Lashrak has been banished. And I will pat him on the back, and I will say, "Good night."
You
And I
just
will.
motherfucker. Well, I'm having a bit of a frustrating watch. I roll perception.
Yes. 19.
Nice.
Nice.
You are in tune with the universe, and the universe is in tune with you. You have never felt so keenly awake. You didn't drink last night. Clearly. Clearly, it has no relevance whatsoever.
Maybe I'm getting sick.
You notice that there is some shuffling around the tower. A soft, dissonant female wail.
What?
And
Does it sound like a sexy minotaur? Because otherwise, I'm not really interested.
it definitely doesn't sound like a sexy minotaur. It sounds like, this is sort of thing that maybe Sorval would go like, "Oh no, a female in need. Let's bare our swords and chests and charge in to help."
Yeah, but I've got this newsflash
That was
from a big ass cow that it might be big, bad, and ugly. So no.
Alrighty. The rest of the night goes on pretty uneventful. There is, at some point, a pair of demonic beings on the other side of the river that just caper about and
I smile and wave.
do whatever the thing is that they tend to do for hopping off and vanishing.
Did I notice where they were mucking about?
They were running around the tower, causing like small fires, then putting them back out, and like general making a nuisance of them, trying to distract you, but because
Meh.
you are not reacting, because you are a trained guard, you're going like, whatever the fuck you want to do on the other side of the river is your problem. We are here. You're not coming to us. Fuck you guys.
My side, your side. My side, your side.
And they do stick to that. So your watch goes by rather uneventful. That
implement.
I didn't catch a word of that.
Me neither. Clickety clack.
So that means we've come to the end of the session. I think this is a decent point to stop. That means we get Autumn Willow next session,
Mm-hmm.
and then we get the fuck off of this plane, and we start exploring the rest of the multiverse again, which would be good times. My reliable bookkeeper Iskren has informed me this was our 4th session on level 9.
Wow.
Yes.
That means we're going to level 10, guys.
Yay!
Is it?
Yay! Level 10, that's where the shit happened. Not true.
It is?
No, it's not. I'm just saying something. Level 11 is where the shit happened.
That's
would-
level 5 cleric for me.
That would mean I would have my commune with nature. So
Hey.
next session I can actually summon my spirit totem and commune with Mother Willow. in a way.
Right.
Nice.
There are some advantages to not planning shit out and having serendipity do all your work for you.
Alright.
In the meantime.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But this is like the leveling bit is where I'm really bad at planning. It's just like, well, that means the encounter will get more difficult, but the party will be able to do more stuff. And this has been a very non-combat-y 4 sessions. So I'm sorry for that. I know how much you guys like
Fine.
beating the shit out of everything.
This was also fun.
Yeah, of course.
It was definitely fun.
I might need some input on. I get to choose an additional fighting style, but I'm not sure what's good for me.
Do you already have the I am smacking things with 2 hands?
Yes.
2 weapon fighting?
No.
No, there's
the great weapon fighting that you
Great weapon fighting. When you roll a 1 or 2 on a damage die for an attack, you make you can
You already
re-roll.
have that, no?
I already have that, so.
Okay.
So-
Armored
Something that
fighting or
would-
something?
But
Sorry,
you
say
don't-
it again?
The only thing you
defense.
yeah, defense.
Defense increase your AC by 1.
Just go like, fuck you guys, I'm a brick wall.
Yes.
Damn.
The other thing that
These
you
are
can
great.
do is, if you want to
Now,
switch around, you can take archery. If your dexterity is okay. I don't think it is.
Before I give a
I got a dex of 13.
before I give a suggestion, DM, do you use Tasha?
of course.
Okay, then there is blind fighting.
Blind
Like
fighting is.
I can see it, but it does not give a description. So I can select it in a drop down, but I do not get a description.
Here is the description.
Wait.
Okay, shall I close the stream before and then
Sure.
we discuss?
Thanks
stuff?
everyone for watching, and I'm actually going to be writing a recap from the previous 2 sessions, because
Nice.
with the entire is Sorval joining, is Sorval not joining, I kind of skipped over it because I didn't know how much red cutting I would have to do.
Okay.
So yeah, that would be it. Night
Alright.
night.
Good night.
Bye bye.
That's not, the blind fighting does